Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, I discuss men's summer outfits and how to stay cool when it's hot in a suit using the right fabrics and the right weight with the right weave, so you stay cool and look stylish at all times. Most men think that a summer suit just has to be lightweight and that's all they can do. But it couldn't be further from the truth. While a lightweight fabric helps to keep you cooler, what's much more important is the open weave of a fabric, because that way you feel every breeze and it cools you down. So when you buy a summer suit, the first thing you should look at is how is the weave? Is it open and is it airy? Common weaves include a Panama that is open, and ideally you take the fabric, hold it against the light, and if you can see through, that means it's very airy. Alternatively, you can also stand in front of a fan and experience if you can feel the air through the fabric. A very popular summer fabric that is very open is called fresco. It's a wool fabric and I'm wearing it here right now. It's actually not super lightweight, but quite airy, and hence it feels cooler than a seersucker suit that is lighter but has a much tighter weave. Once you've decided on an airy fabric, you have to look at the lining. Ideally, you want to skip any additional lining, and it's called half-lined if only your sleeves are lined. Personally, I enjoy sleeve lining because it's easy to get in there and my sleeves fall nicely and they don't get stuck. Unlined sleeves are good because you feel the breeze more, but at the same time, it's harder to get into your jacket and usually the sleeves don't fall as nicely. At the end of the day, it's a personal preference. If you're in a really hot climate, I would skip any kind of lining and try to be as light and airy as possible. In terms of fabric weight, you should go for about 7 ounce or 210 grams because it's already really lightweight, but you still get a nice drape of the fabric. Most companies offer a tropical, which is a wool worsted fabric with an open weave that's well suited for warm and hot climates. So if you can't find a fresco, look for a tropical. Fresco is not something you will find off the rack, and it's usually only available from bespoke tailors. On the other hand, seersucker is easily available. It's made out of cotton and it's really good because it's extremely lightweight, even though the weave is not extremely open. If you're in the sun a lot, it's great because it has very light colors in either light blue and white or white and brown, and therefore it feels much cooler than if you wear, let's say, a navy blue fresco suit. The reason is that white reflects the sunlight and most of the energy, while black and dark tones absorb it. Sometimes you also find silk and cashmere blends, and while the texture looks very summery and casual, silk is usually also woven very tightly because it's a very fine fiber, and so it restricts the airflow. White, beige, and off-white are typical summer colors because they reflect the light. At the same time, you can easily see through them, especially if you have a pocket lining. Therefore, either skip the pocket lining when you have these kind of garments in lighter colors, or choose a fabric that's very close to your skin color, because that way you won't be able to see them through when you wear them. Particularly important for pants, but also for jackets that are very lightweight without a interlining. Another very important aspect of a summer suit is the cut. I suggest you go single-breasted with 1 or 2 buttons because it creates a larger V, which allows more airflow, and you don't have an overlapping layer of fabric that insulates. In terms of shirts, you also want to have an open weave because, again, it helps you breathe and stay cool, whereas a tight fabric like a twill will actually just feel warm. If it's very hot outside, sometimes it makes sense to wear an undershirt, and even though it creates an additional layer, it absorbs the sweat and you don't sweat through into your jacket, so it's visible for everyone, embarrassing. In terms of neckwear, a bow tie is actually preferable because it just sits on your neck and it doesn't cover the V, and hence it insulates less and wears cooler. In terms of accessories, a Panama hat is really the way to go because it keeps the sun out of your face and it makes you look very dapper. If you are in an air-conditioned office, you can also go with a knit tie because the texture is open and airy and it has this casual summer look that works really well. When it comes to summer colors, you can be a bit more daring. Pastel colors such as this green or something light blue or mid blue are perfectly acceptable, and you can really deviate from the classic charcoal, gray, and navy suiting. Of course, these colors may not always be office appropriate, so make sure you can wear it to the office or otherwise just wear it in a casual setting. In terms of shoes, it pays to have something like white summer bucks, spectators, or suede loafers, but stay tuned for a separate video about men's summer shoes. Instead of wearing suits, it's actually a great idea to have an odd combination in summer because it's more relaxed. Seersucker pants, either a part of a suit or just on their own, are a perfect companion for all kinds of blazers. You can wear them with navy, light grays, any tones of green, and even brown, and they just look really classic. Another wonderful summer fabric is linen, and the traditional color is tobacco brown linen. Linen wrinkles a lot, but it does so in a very sophisticated way, and even though it's heavy, it's also very airy. Some people are really turned off by the wrinkles, but they wrinkle very differently than cotton, for example, and much more gracefully, in my opinion. And it's simply part of the look in the garment. So don't be afraid of the wrinkles in a linen suit, and if you're not sure what color to get, either get a tobacco brown that's very light, or something mid-blue or royal blue. Of course, you'll also find linen blends, and the addition of silk can make them a little softer, but again, always pay attention to the openness of the weave. If you enjoyed this video, please also look into our other summer men's wardrobe videos, such as the seersucker video here. And for more tips, check out our in-depth guide on our website here.